Welcome to JB class, my dear students. Today we are going to have question number 5. Question number 5 is write the natural numbers from 2 to 12. What fraction of them are prime numbers? In this question number 5, we have got two questions. The first part is write the natural numbers. We have to write the natural numbers from 2 to 12. That is the first part. In the second part, we have to find the required fraction of the prime numbers out of the given natural numbers from 2 to 12. So, this is the information given by the question number 5. Now, let us have the answer of this first part. Before we write the answer, we have to know about natural numbers. What are natural numbers? I hope you learned about natural numbers in the lower classes. But let us remind today about natural numbers. By the definition of natural numbers are those numbers used for counting, such as 1, 2, 3 and so on. That means 1, 2, 3 and so on. These numbers are used for counting. That's why these numbers are called natural numbers. That means natural numbers are counting numbers. Once again, natural numbers are counting numbers, such as 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, that means counting numbers are called natural numbers. You can say like this also. Okay, counting numbers such as 1, 2, 3 and so on are called natural numbers. Okay, so now as we know about natural numbers, let us write the answer of this first part. Okay, so let us write. By the question, we are asked to write the natural numbers from 2 to 12. So let us write down, starting from 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is the answer of the first part. Now let us move to the next part. That is about the required fraction of the prime numbers out of the given natural numbers from 2 to 12. Okay, so now later we have to write the fraction of the prime numbers out of this given natural numbers. Okay, so but before we got to the answer of this second part, we have to know about prime numbers. What are prime numbers? Basically in mathematics we have got two types of numbers. The first one, that is composite numbers. And in the second type, that is called prime numbers. Okay. Composite numbers. What are composite numbers? Composite numbers are those numbers having more than 2 factors. Let us take one example, that is 4. This 4 has got more than 2 factors. Then what are factors? Once again we have to remind about factors. In a previous class we learned about factors. Factors are those numbers which can divide a given number. Okay, once more, factors are those numbers which can divide a given number. So this number 4 can be divisible by 1. That means 1 can divide 4, 2 also can divide 4, and the number 4 can divide 4. That means these numbers 1, 2, 4 are called factors of the given number 4. Why? Because this 1, 2, 4, these numbers can divide this number 4. That's why these numbers 1, 2, 4 are called factors of the given number 4. By the definition of factors, Factors are those numbers which can divide the given number. Okay? Factors are those numbers which can divide a given number are called factors. Okay? So here 1, 2, 4 are factors of 4. That means 4 has got more than 2 factors. That's what 4 is called composite numbers. Like this we can find so many composite numbers. Let us take another example, that is 6. 6 has got more than 2 factors. That is 1, 2, 1 can divide 6, 2 can divide 6, 3 can divide 6, and 6 can divide 6. That means 6 has got 4 factors. That's why 6 is called composite numbers. By the definition of composite numbers are those numbers having more than 2 factors. But this numbers 4, 6 has got more than 2 factors. 4 has got 3 factors and 6 has got 4 factors. That's why as they are having more than 2 factors, these numbers are called composite numbers. Okay, so I can just give some more numbers, that is 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, like this. You can write so many composite numbers. So then what about prime numbers? Prime numbers are those numbers having only 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. That means let us take one example, 2. This number 2 has got only 2 factors, 1 and the number 2. 1 can divide 2 and 2 also can divide 2. That means 2 has got only 2 factors. That's why this number 2 is called prime numbers. Okay, so like this we can have another example, that is 3. 3 has got only 2 factors, that is 1 and the number 2, isn't it? More than this we can find another numbers. Okay, that's why these numbers, that means 2, 3 and so on, these numbers are called prime numbers because they have got only 2 factors, the number 1 and the number itself. Okay, so we can have more than 2 prime numbers. We can write some prime numbers here. Let us write down. 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, 5 and so prime number, 7 and so prime, like this. Okay, these numbers have only 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. Okay, so but this number 2 is also known as the only even prime number. Why? Because out of these given prime numbers, 2 is the only prime numbers which is even number. 3 is not even number, 5 is not even number, and 7 is also not an even number. But 2 is an even number. Why? Because this 2 is divisible by 2. Okay? By the definition of even numbers are those numbers which can be divisible by 2. Isn't it? Those numbers divisible by 2 are called even numbers. That's why 2 is the only even prime number. Okay, don't forget it. 2 is the only even prime number. So, but what about the number 1? This number 1 has got only one factor, that is 1. We get only one number, 1, which can divide the given number 1. That means 1 has got only one factor. Then what do we call the name of this number 1? This number 1 is a number which is neither divisible by other number except 1. That means 1 is number which is neither a prime nor a composite number. Once again, this number 1 has got only one factor. That's why this number 1 is a number which is neither a prime nor a composite number. Okay, don't forget. So now, as we know about prime numbers, let us find the answer of this second part. So as per the definition of fraction, once more I want to remind you about fraction. Fraction is a number representing any part of a whole. So in fraction we have got two parts. The first part is the part. The part may be smaller or greater according to the question. Okay. According to the question, the part may be smaller or greater. Understand? And the second part should be the whole part, the total part. So in this question, this then is the whole part. Then means the natural numbers from 2 to 12. They are called natural numbers starting from 2 to 12. And this is the part of the whole. Okay. And the second part, that is we call prime numbers. Prime numbers. These prime numbers will be the smaller part according to this question. Okay. From this natural numbers from 2 to 12, we have to find the prime numbers. Okay. We have to find out the prime numbers, and that will be the part. We call it is the part. Okay. In the case of fraction. So let us find out the prime numbers. The prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. Okay. So now this prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Let us find out how many are there. Let us find out the numbers of prime numbers. Okay. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 prime numbers. This 5 prime numbers is the part. Okay, that means the smaller part with respect to this question number. Second part. Okay, with respect to this second part question. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the smaller part. Okay, so the smaller part will be the numerator. So let us write. The numerator is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And the whole part, that will be the natural numbers from 2 to 12. So let us count how many are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 natural numbers. So this 11 will be the whole part or total part of the fraction. So that will be 11. So now we have got the right answer. The required answer is here 5 by 11. That means 5 is the numerator and 11 is the denominator. Here the numerator is less than the denominator. That's why the name of the fraction is proper fraction. That means the required fraction is the proper fraction, that is 5 by 11. Okay. So my dear students, for today let us have only this question number 5. Okay. In the next class, let us learn about some important questions from your text and questions. Okay. So for today, let us have only this question 5. I hope that you have understood about this question and what we did in the previous classes. You have to practice again and again so that you can understand about fraction, and you will get the chance of improving mathematics, particularly about fraction. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.